Hi everyone. First of all, check out the views behind me from the summit of a fantastic little corbett within the Naturehike National Park called Benvane. Now, one thing I want to say before I go any further is it's very rare I start talking at the summit of a hill. Usually on my way down there. But that was a very long walk in, and it's one of these corbetts where you can see it from a distance and you just don't feel like you're getting any closer to it. But I'm really glad to be up here now. So yeah, this is actually Ben Ledi's neighbour, and Ben Ledi's over there, and me and Morton camped up there about 6 months ago, and I seen this in the morning when once the weather cleared up, because it was a very miserable camp that, but it was also very good. But yeah, I just seen this hill from a distance and I thought, it looks really good for camping, and I thought, you know what, this would be a good place to start off in spring. And yeah, that's why I'm here. And yeah, I'm just going to go and get the tent set up now. It's a pretty calm evening, it's very clear. All of the Munro summits in the distance over to Ben Lawers and the Tamarkin Ridge, yeah, they're all clear as well. So yeah, I've done well. Looks like it's going to be a nice evening for it. So let's go and get the tent set up. Okay, so I've brought with me the Hilleberg Enan for this camp. I don't think I've used this tent in a while up on the hills. I did use it about a month ago at Bonnelly Reservoir within the Pentlands, but it is good to take it back out on the Corbetts and Munros again. And this is a really good hill to camp on. Like I said, when I was talking about Ben Ledi, I seen this hill and I thought, this looks good. And I'll tell you what, I'm really glad I made the effort to come here tonight, because this is a very flat ground here. Very flat. You could probably get about 3 or 4 tents here. And I'm just off the summit. Now, I've pointed the tent in the direction of the sunrise for tomorrow. The sunset's going on just down there, and it's looking absolutely stunning down there, to be honest. The colours are amazing. But you'll also see behind me, my backpack's just leaning against the trekking poles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything set up inside the tent, and then I'll just take it from there. But I'm in for a really good evening, and I've got a phone service as well, which is good. But yeah, probably got about a couple of hours of daylight, so yeah, let's get set up. Oh, this backpack's still heavy, even with the tent out of it. Well, very heavy. Finally all set up now. It's always a good feeling that when you've finally got all your gear sorted and you're just ready for the night. So it's about 6 PM and it's been about 3 hours since I left the car. So it just shows you. It drags and drags a wee bit, but when you actually think about it, it doesn't take too long to get to the top of some of these hills. But it does feel a wee bit remote up here, to be honest. I don't know what it is, it just feels a wee bit remote. It's very quiet and peaceful, and from where I'm sitting it's just mountains. That's all you see is hills and mountains. You don't see any roads, you can't hear anything. It's really still now, the wind's died down. It's really nice though, it's very peaceful. Yeah, looks like I'm in for a good sunset as well. These are the sort of nights I like camping in, to be honest with you. I know a lot of you like the rain and the wind. There's just something about a calm clear night with no wind. I really like it. Just watching the sun go down now. Wow, it's absolutely stunning. It really is. And I found some rocks. I love it when you find rocks on the hills and you can just sit down and enjoy the views, especially when there's no wind. Although I have got my down jacket and my fleece on, yeah, it's perfect. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, and because it's not windy, there's no wind chill really affecting me tonight as well. It's fantastic, it really is. Now, I'm also taking the opportunity to get some photos for my Instagram page. I'm starting to use that a wee bit more now. So feel free to follow me on Instagram. I'll put a link in the description as always. It'd be much appreciated. Keep up to date with my photos. And also it gives you a rough idea what I'm going to be uploading to YouTube, because I upload the photos to Instagram before I release any of my videos as well. So it's worth taking note of that as well. So yeah, a wee bit of advertisement for my Instagram, but I'm definitely going to try and use it more this year, especially now that I've got a new phone. And as you know, phone cameras have significantly improved from the good old iPhone 7 days, which was my old phone. So very pleased about that. Well, that's me back at the tent now, and wow, what a sunset that was. And I can confirm that that's the best sunset I have ever seen on a camp. Wow, that last half an hour was an absolute pleasure, just watching that sun go down, and I must have took about 60 photos. And if the sunrise is just as good as that in the morning, I cannot wait to see it. I really can't. But yeah, what an amazing evening it's been so far. And yeah, it's just really good to see a sunset like that. It very rarely happens. It's actually very rare. You get weather like this in Scotland at this time of the year. It's coming up to the end of March and it's so warm up here still. And wow, it's just been a really good week. It's a shame I've been at work all week, but this is a good way to end it. Nice Saturday night camp. Just a shame the clocks are going forward though tonight. That gives you an idea when I've done this camp now, but wow, it's been a really good camp so far. And I'm thinking of going inside the tent now and getting a bite to eat. So yeah, come and join me. Now, let's talk about dinner now. Something to eat tonight, and this is a spicy pasta. Looking forward to it actually. Never had it before, and I've had this probably about 2 months just sitting inside the house, so very keen to try it. Now, still cooking with the jet boil. I might move to the Soulo Windmaster at some point again for the summer months, but at the moment I'm still sticking with the jet boil. So yeah, let's get cooking, or boiling. Not cooking, I don't do cooking. I just boil water and stick them in this. That's good enough for me. Yeah, let's try and get this done before it's dark. So I'm just going to quickly talk about this spicy pasta from Summit to Eat, since it's the first time I've ever had it. That was really nice. You got quite a lot inside the pack, and yeah, it tasted really nice. It had a really strong taste to it, and it was definitely spicy. Really enjoyed it. Alright, so moving on from my Summit tape meal, I actually want to talk about what's your favourite time of the year to go camping. So for me, April and May and then August and September are my favourite 4 months to go camping. And the reason for that is there's just this perfect balance of daylight. I find in the winter months, it's just dark really early. You're sitting inside your tent bored sometimes, and it can just get really boring. You know, you're waiting in the tent 16, 17 hours. Yeah, not enjoyable in my opinion, especially when you're on the hills. Lower down, camping in the winter's okay, but certainly up high, I don't enjoy it as much. And then in the summer it's the opposite. It's just too bright. It really is. It can be quite hard to get to sleep sometimes with how bright it is. But what I struggle with the most in the summer is actually the sunrise and then your tent heating up. Wow, the heat inside your tent can get really unbearable at times when the sun comes up in the summer. But yeah, what's your favourite time of the year to go camping? Midges as well could play a point or play a factor in it as well. I don't like the midges. Yeah, as long as you've got a bit of wind in the summer, you're usually okay though. But yeah, for me, definitely spring and autumn are my favourite times to go camping, just for the daylight. But yeah, let me know in the comments, I'd be very interested in finding out. Well folks, it's gone about 9:30 now, and I'm just going to call it a night now because the clocks are going forward as I've mentioned previously, I think. So yeah, I just need to take that into consideration for tomorrow. But what a really good evening it's been. It's been really enjoyable, and if I can get more evenings like that this summer, I'll be happy. That was a cracking sunset I got back there. Really good, and I'm just hoping tomorrow matches it. So yeah, we'll find out in about 8 hours time, or well, for you it'll be probably in the next 30 seconds. So yeah, it's been a good evening, and I'm just happy to call it a night now. So yeah, I'll see you all in the morning. Well, good morning everyone, and I just spent a wee bit of time there looking at the Moors just in the distance at Larich before the sun came up, but now the sun is starting to rise and it's a cracking view, to be honest with you. It's a very clear sky this morning. It's been a very good camp. The weather's been very kind to me, but yeah, what a nice sunrise that is. So I'm just sitting back now. Now that the sun's up, it's quite nice. It's certainly getting a wee bit warmer. And I think I'll probably spend about 20 minutes here just watching the sun, and then when it gets high enough I'll start packing away my gear. There's nothing really for me to sit about for. I've watched the sunrise now, so I'm fairly happy. And the views I got last night, yeah, just fantastic. It really, really is. I highly, highly recommend this area of Scotland, I really do. The amount of times I drive past this area just to get up to Killen or Glencoe or Narach even. Sometimes you just don't have enough time to travel further up. It's always worthwhile coming here, it really is. Some great places to camp. I'm sure I said this last night, but I'll say it now. You do feel a wee bit remote up here, and the reason for that is, well, you can see just behind me, it's just, yeah, mile after mile of mountains and grass up here, fields, just, there's no sign of roads or houses, there's no sign of any people. This is actually quite a quiet area, and to be honest with you, I've not seen anyone since I left the car. The last people I seen was some farmers working. There's a farmyard at the car park, and yeah, I've not seen anyone since I left, so yeah, you do feel a wee bit remote up here, a wee bit lonely at times. So I certainly did feel that yesterday, especially when I seen the Corbett in the distance and how far away it was. But it's been a really good walk, and yeah, it's fairly featureless. There's not really, you don't really come across anything. There's no river crossings. It's just this all the way back to the car. But the view on the way back down is pretty good, it has to be said. Wow, I'll tell you what, I am extremely tired now. That is a fair walk, to be honest with you, back down. But I'm only about 20 or 30 metres from the car now. Can actually see some cars coming in, so not far to go. And believe it or not, I've not seen anyone until this gate. So yeah, I mean, not many people seem to go up it, so it's a good hill for camping on. Highly recommend it. But anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. You might want to consider clicking on the like button if you have. Maybe even subscribe, it's always appreciated. But yeah, time to get back down to the car. So until the next trip, take care.